Hey guys, for Justin's Lawn Care in Chapter 5, again, we're going to go back, we're going to modify the quote page. We're going to add your validations like we've been doing, but then we're also going to go back and we'll show you how to use the jQuery version of a date picker. We used the HTML version last chapter, so we're going to modify this form a little bit more with this. So let's take care of the validation. So again, if you're sort of looking at the directions again, same thing is what we've done before. Back in Schoology for lawn, again, you want to follow these form validations that we want to apply for this. So again, back on your first name, we want to make that required autocomplete. Last name, same thing, required and autocomplete. Phone number will be required and autocomplete, and then put in your placeholder text that we've been doing. Again, we're just putting in the series of 10 digits for this, again, without any dashes or parentheses for area code. Email, again, same thing, required, autocomplete, and then use your placeholder test that we've been doing all along, username at example.com. Again, for the checkbox, again, you want to make these required. Now, on a checkbox, because you're going to have, again, multiple ones, you can make that required that they do select that. Actually, you know what, on hindsight, this is something that is sometimes optional. So maybe just in thought, let's not do required on these. Just because of the fact that it may not be something that's required. You'd have to think about that. If you're developing a form and if you want people to pick something, then make it required so they can go back and look at that. So now that takes care of the validations, and that's all I really need you to do so far with this. So at this point, basically in the book, you are up to step number 9. So now they're going to ask you to add a row below the services or the service interest section. So we want to add a row below this. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to click on my table itself. So I'm going to go to the very top. See where it says 600? I'm going to click right beside that. And if I look at my properties down below here, I can see my table. Here's where I can see rows and columns. Just change that 5 to a 6. And that's going to add our next row down below here. Keeps everything laid out the same. So that would be everything we need to do there. So now what we want to do in step number 11, we have to title this. So we want to put in need service by, and we're going to pick the next section, we're going to do a date. Okay, now we're not going to do the HTML date that we've used before. We're going to use the jQuery versions of this, and it's just a different look. It does the same job, but again, that's all I want. So in step number 12, they talk about open the widget browser. Remember, we talked about there's no more widgets. The main concept of widgets is pretty much been replaced like with other apps. Again, the idea is like as a developer, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Like there's already a jQuery date picker out there. Use it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up to Insert, jQuery UI, and I'm going to choose Date Picker. Again, when I do this, it will plug in my date picker here. That's how it's going to look. So again, that's all we really have to do with this. Let's save this. We're going to test out our form. Again, just as we're doing anything with jQuery, it's going to add in these assets. So it's going to create another folder over here, and it'll set everything up here. So I'm going to go back and we'll preview this and get ready to go with this. So again, when I do first name, if I hover over this, I'm going to get please fill out the field, make sure the requirements are on. Okay, so again, we can type a couple things in, hit submit. Again, get the error message. We know the routine here. Service. So again, when I click on this need service by this box, again, this looks different from the HTML version. So this is going to be your jQuery version of the date picker. So it's just a little visual difference. Get the same results. But again, it does appear a little different here. But if you click on that, this is what we want. And then again, submit, reset. In this case, if I submit, I'm still going to get the error message, but that's all I've really got to do. And I'm looking for this format of your date picker using jQuery.